This is required reading for leaders sick and tired of tiny commissions and dead MLM downlines. This is your MLM wake-up call, a must-read for anyone wanting to work from home. Hi, this is Campbell. I live on the west coast of Australia. First came across this letter back in 2009 and promptly ignored it. Oh my God, that was a bad trip on my part. I've come across it again here in 2016, and it's more relevant now than it was back in 2008. So I'm just going to read directly from this transcript. I have tweaked it in a couple of places, but essentially this is the original letter as written by Mike Dillard, the famous coffee house letter. It's a controversial report that reveals how the game is played today and how you can benefit immediately. How to get paid today in money that's worth more than it will be in a couple of years, and how to attract serious high caliber people who want to earn serious income. The famous coffee house letter. Why professional network marketers everywhere are throwing in the towel on tiny commissions and downline building in favor of a new concept called BMT, to make more money than ever. The location it was written in was Starbucks Coffee around 2:47 in the afternoon. If you're going to work a program, do not work for less than $1,000 of sale. Get out of the trap MLM people have fallen into, which is working for small commissions on personal sales at the front end in the hope that they can build a huge organization to make the big money at the back end. For 90% plus, that never ever happens. The subject is the painful truth. If you're looking to achieve financial freedom from home, specifically through an MLM or a network marketing opportunity, you're in for a rude awakening, my friend. If you're already in that trench, fighting with every breath you've got for much less money than it's worth, it's not your fault. The times have changed. What we're about to share with you right now may anger some, but will help countless others. You see, the industry is changing rapidly, and the purpose of this coffee house letter is to warn you, or at least make you aware of some very unsettling insights that need your immediate attention if you plan to make more than $10,000 a month from home in 2015 and beyond. Whatever you do, read this document thoroughly. We took out every sentence that wasn't relevant to keep its length as short as possible. So if it's in these pages, consider it information that's absolutely vital. Now we're going to go ahead and assume that you're either pursuing a home business of some kind right now, or that you have pursued one in the past. If you're in neither group, then consider yourself extremely fortunate, as the information in this letter will save you years of blood, sweat and tears and money. So what's going on? Well, in a nutshell, the promises of old school MLM and long life residual income are all but dead for the average person. They've been cut down at the knees by an unlikely culprit whom I'll reveal to you in a minute. You know, I've seen the symptoms. In fact, I guarantee they are plaguing you at this very moment. But what you might not understand or give proper respect to is the cause behind them. My questions to you are these. Is your organisation being depleted by constant attrition? Is your downline full of complaining reps who need constant hand-holding? Are you tired of working your tail off for a few hundred or a few $1,000s when you feel like you should be making 10 times more for your efforts? Sick of the gotcha compensation plans that cut your check in half with auto trips, auto ships and sales quota requirements? Sick of the new laws that require you to sell low-ticket product that wouldn't even pay for a coffee when you sell them? I hear you, friend, and you're not the only one. Right now, network marketing is in a struggle to find itself in a time where people leave as fast as they join. The cost to sign a new rep has skyrocketed, and when newer, bigger, better dominates the landscape, which basically means trying to build a downline in the internet age is like trying to fill a leaking bucket. You can get ahead of the curve for a while if you have the time, money and energy, but it's only a matter of time before it will drain dry. Yes, it's a brave new world for network marketers, but fear not. In an industry where hype and the pre-launch have become the norm, a growing trend is quickly gaining popularity with professional networkers who are sick of the three-ring circus MLM has become. It's called a concept, BMT, and it's going to play a major role in networking from this point forward. No, BMT is not a company. It's not an opportunity, and it's not a product or system of any kind. It's an answer. A solution to tiny checks, leaking downlines, and quick turn mentality that's taken over MLM. It will allow you to put tens of thousands of dollars of cash in your pocket in weeks and months, not years. But the best part about BMT is that you won't even have to build a downline. MLM as you know it is dead. The internet killed it. Network marketing has always been based on the idea of working 3 to 5 years and building a lifelong residual income that you can will to your grandkids. Sounds good, and it may have been true at one time, but not today, not anymore. Now, I'm not insane, I promise. Let me show you by what I mean by such a true statement. Stand with me a moment atop a private mountain and look out over the entire network marketing industry. It's not pretty, but in one word, here's what you will find. Incest. A finite group of people who are traded like cattle from one company to another every 9 to 12 months. They were once called junkies, but the infection has spread to people above that description. Network marketing has become obsessed with timing, pre-launches, and the next big thing. But because the cause behind that obsession is truly what scares me. I'll explain why shortly. But all you need to realize is that Pandora's box has been opened and we will never be able to close it. Why? What's causing this gruesome condition? The answer is simple. The number of new people coming into MLM each year is now drastically out of proportion with the number of new company startups. Thousands of new MLMs launch every year thanks to the internet. You can literally start your own company from your bedroom if you want. There are only so many people to go around. Welcome to the world of pre-launch, a company's only chance to catch the attention of networkers and steer them away from their current opportunity with the promise of getting in on the ground floor. Before you know it, the game has started again. This time around, the company that promises to be the biggest and best with their new patented Wonder Vitamin 2000 that will change the world. Networkers inevitably flock to it by the tens of thousands trying to get in on top. And if they don't, it doesn't matter because the shiny new MLM will launch in about 12 months, and when it does, the music stops. The people at the bottom scramble to find their seat in the chain, destroying their old company from the bottom up in the process. This has resulted in a vicious catfight between these companies over dwindling supply of warm bodies, complete with name-calling, backstabbing, and an endless supply of lawsuits. Make no mistake about it, in network marketing, people are the commodity that is traded, and you are very valuable. The B zone is gone and took your residual income with it. Before the internet, organisations and companies were protected by an information buffer zone, which shielded them from this onslaught of people, opinions, competitors, and ads. It's this buffer zone that allowed relationships to be built, skills to be learned, and loyalties to be strengthened. But the internet destroyed it in the blink of an eye. It happens all the time. You're sitting pretty on top of a fairly large organisation. You think you finally found residual pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You're making about $20,000 a month. You quit your job 5 months ago, bought a new house, that sports car you've always wanted, and paid off all your debt. Life is good. Then one day the company changes their compensation plan just a little bit. One of your leaders is not happy about it. They decide to move to another company, and with one click of a mouse, with one single email to the list of a few thousand recipients, upline, downline, sideline, crossline, around the line, he basically destroys dozens of people's businesses, cutting their checks in half, or even worse, including yours. The income you're relying on to pay the mortgage, invest for retirement, and put your kids through school literally vanishes overnight. It's something similar to this scenario hasn't happened to you yet, then it will. It's a sobering thought when you realise your livelihood is completely dependent upon strangers you've never met. You don't know their long-term plans, you don't know about their family problems, and you don't know what they'll do next, and yet your monthly cheque is dependent upon them, and so are thousands of others. The truth is, you simply cannot earn a full-time living from your own personal efforts in a typical MLM because they sell small ticket items for $100 to $500, which pay for next to nothing in direct commissions. So you have to rely on huge downlines to make the big money. And by big money, I mean like $20,000 a month plus. This wasn't a problem in the past, but today, you see, the internet is a tool that allows communication at a level that has never been seen by the world before, where opinions, rumours, promotions and advertisements can now spread across the globe faster than you can blink your eye. Massive revenues can be gained or lost in days for a company with nothing more than a well-placed negative opinion or report on the search engines. Downlines can be destroyed overnight by false rumours or leaders who jump ship. Distributors have instant access to an endless supply of tools, systems, leaders, trainings, opinions and sales pitches which constantly plant seeds of doubt and distract them with promises of better, faster, easier. Competing ads can be flaunted on the doorstep of companies' search engine results also. And there's nothing you can do about it because from the very moment your new distributor feels frustrated and trapped, he feels failure, he or she will instantly open up to an endless supply of alternatives, filling their inboxes on a daily basis with the very thing that will cure their pain, and poof, they're gone. There is no long-term commitment because networkers are only as loyal as his or her options. And thanks to the internet, there are now options that are endless and one click away. If you're a leader in the industry, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And from this point forward, it's never going to stop. For better or worse, this is the new reality of network marketing. How the game is played today. The first and most critical observation to note is the very economics of MLM are changing. The constant sponsoring of a new rep in the cold market continues to spiral upwards, while the actual return and lifetime value of that rep continues to decline. We are faced with the fact that full-page ads in an industry magazine that used to cost $500 8 years ago now cost $3,000. Email marketing is all but dead, and the ability to advertise in a massive, targetable and affordable way died with it. You will be forced to recruit every day for the lifespan of your business just to combat the constant attrition that will be plaguing your organisation. The all-important practice of retailing has become taboo because there is too little money in it, and then this puts 90% plus of the focus and attention on the business on recruiting instead of customer acquisition, which is where the long-term stable money is found. The industry holds less and less appeal to the white-collar business professional who has a hard time seeing how he or she can quickly go to replace a six-figure income peddling vitamins and fruit juice. Systematic team training has become next to impossible as new systems pop up from different leaders within the same company every 30 days, which promise to be the answer for a struggling newbie. Instead of focusing on development of personal skills and a single system, I'll try this for a few weeks lottery mentality for lead sources, websites and magical tools that will build businesses for you has taken over. So what now? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It really depends what you personally want out of your business and if you're willing to deal with the negatives that come with MLM these days. If you like to build a new business every 9 to 24 months, hey, go for it. There's lots of money to be made quickly in MLM right now. It's just not going to last anywhere near as long as it used to, and you'll probably find your business receding just as fast as it grew. As for us, that kind of merry-go-round has no appeal because we've cut through the hype and come to a sobering conclusion. It doesn't matter what MLM company you build in, you're going to face the same challenges we mentioned above in all of them. The industry itself has changed, and you're never going to find a single product or compensation plan that will fix it. I'm sorry to say, but the promise of long life residual income is all but gone. There's the rare 1 in 1,000 exception, but as a whole, network marketing has turned into a three-ring circus of quick turn building driven by greed, hype, and fear of loss, where the only true, incredibly skilled professionals can reliably make any significant amount of money. We're tired of jumping the attrition, the rumour, the control, the babysitting, having to explain why one opportunity is better than the other, dealing with prospects who think $300 to start a business is too much money. Seriously? It's just not worth our time. It's not fun, and we know for a fact that a quickly growing list of MLM industry professionals are coming to the same conclusion, which is opening the door up to the concept of BMT. If you like to earn more money faster without the drama and financial risks of a downline, BMT is the answer you've been waiting for. BMT is the solution. It's actually been around for a few years, but BMT is quickly becoming the solution for the challenges facing network marketers in the internet age. BMT stands for Big Money Today, which is a concept that summarizes the growing change of focus in the MLM industry from long-term residual income to immediate leveraged income. The premise of Get Paid Big Today is simple: get paid big money today, because networkers are going to bounce from program to program. If competing companies are going to advertise in your front door with a better, cheaper product, and if it costs of sponsoring a new rep continues to soar, then the answer is simple: get paid a year or more worth of residuals on day one, no matter what happens. Look, in the internet age, distributors come and go like the wind, so get paid big money today. Bigger, better opportunities launch every 6 months, taking a piece of your downline with it, so get paid big money today. Money is worth more in your pocket today than it is next year, so get paid the big money today. Invest in that cash into residual income streams outside the MLM circus, like real estate or the market. It costs more than ever to advertise and sponsor a new rep, so get paid a year or more of residual income today instead of waiting for the $5 commissions to build up over months or years. Most networkers are only employee-minded people pretending to be entrepreneurs, which means they rarely will do what it takes to be successful. So get paid today for your time and training, whether they build a business or not. White-collar professionals aren't interested in working 3 to 4 hours a night selling vitamins for a $500 to a $1,000 a month check. So offer them a vehicle that they can get paid the big money today and realistically make $10,000 a month with just 5 to 10 customers a month. Building an MLM that pays out $10,000 per month requires building a downline of thousands. Get paid today and make $10,000 with just 10 customers or less. Do you see how profound this concept is in today's MLM environment? How it solves all of the problems network marketers are facing? This compresses time and brings a rapid flow of income. It also brings back the dream of working from home to a reality in a realistic manner for the average person. BMT models are currently found in big ticket opportunities. We call them big ticket because the caliber of people they attract and the high levels of incomes they can produce compared to traditional MLM. But most, not all, are characterized by two-up compensation plans, a product or service that is retailed in the $1,500 to $2,000 range and pay out $1,000 upfront commission on the sale of that product or service. One of the primary objections made by networkers against the Get Paid Today big ticket programs is that there's no residual income. But is that true? Well, as this business model develops, residual income has been integrated into several compensation plans already, but there's another angle that needs to be considered regardless of that. When you make $1,000 commission, it's like you're getting paid a year's worth of residual income upfront on day one with a single product purchase, whether the new rep goes on to build a business or not. This is a big game changer. How large of an organisation would you have to build in order to make $4,000 a month in a traditional MLM? 500, 700, 1,500, more? Pick a number and then double it, because 50% of your people will cancel their product orders within 3 months. What will you do then? Not if one of your leaders walks out for another deal and takes half of your team with them overnight. Well, you darn well know that only 1 in 500 plus ever go on to build a team of over 500 reps, yet we're all in selling an easy way to work part-time and replace your full-time job. You know it, I know it. How many customers would you need in a decent big ticket program to make $4,000 a month? Drum roll, please. 3 to 4. 3 to 4, my friends. It's an honest sell when you offer to provide someone with a vehicle to replace their income. 1 customer a week to make $48,000 a year, and it doesn't even figure in the leverage of the actual compensation plan, which can multiply that number by a factor of 10, or $480,000 per year with just 1 new customer per week. We'll actually show you these numbers in detail in just a few minutes. The bottom line is today that MLM's environment, you cannot make enough from your personal activity to justify your time and involvement. You need to get paid big today because that money is worth more to you today. Consider this for a moment. Option A. Let's say you work your tail off for a year and build up an MLM business that paid you an average of $3,000 a month residually for the next 3 years. That's a total payout of $108,000 paid out over 3 years. This will never happen because you'll experience attrition and that check will shrink each month. But we'll go ahead and stick with that number anyway to keep things simple. So $3,000 a month for 3 years, not bad. But is that really the smartest route to go? Option B. Would it be better to work in a business that paid all $108,000 in the first 12 months without residual? Why? Because that money is worth more to you today than it will be in 3 years. Now you can take that $108,000, invest it in real long-term residual assets like real estate, mutual funds, stocks, etc. I'd rather have the $108,000 invested into real estate or a mutual fund than siphon off $3,000 a month for 3 years, especially when I know that money can disappear overnight if one of my leaders jumps ship. Heck, if you want the illusion of residual income, take the $108,000 made in 12 months, put it into a money market account and instruct your bank to transfer $3,000 of it into your checking account each month. No disappearing downline or dipping sales volume to worry about, and at least you'll make some interest on it for a few years. Get paid the big money today. Why wait on $50 Mickey Mouse commissions to drip in when you have no idea how long it will last? Get a year or more of that money up front on day one and then do some real things with it outside MLM. Which costs more, a big ticket opportunity, or traditional MLM? The second common objection to big ticket programs is the startup costs are too high. Actually, they are much less expensive than traditional supplement-based MLM. The average startup cost and monthly auto ship order for a traditional gotcha MLM is about $200. That comes out to $2,500 a year when you factor in taxes and shipping. A big ticket program is usually a one-time expense, one time and you're done. By the time you've hit your third year in traditional MLM, you've spent over $7,500 on vitamins you could have purchased at 70% less at the local store. Holy smoke. So if you've been in MLM for about 7 years now, you've spent over $17,500 on products. Gotcha. Ouch. Yep, your total cost for a big ticket after 7 years would have never gone past the average $2,500 cost of the product or service. But we're not done yet. There's another benefit to big ticket programs. It's not very obvious at first, but something you will come to appreciate if you don't already. Work with experienced peers and keep your business fun. Are you at a point in your MLM career where you just feel burnt out working with people who are brand new to the industry? The ones who claim they want to be financially free, but as soon as you mention the startup cost, they start making excuses? Has your downline turned into a massive pool of people who blame you for the fact that they brought a website and some product and aren't rich yet? Or has the fun been stripped from your work at home dreams because all you do is spend your time dealing with whiners, complainers and excuse makers, much less money than it's worth? One big perk of a big ticket opportunity is that it attracts big ticket people. Who you work with is completely up to you. So work with the highest caliber of people possible. Peers, professionals, doers, people who makes things happen, not excuses. It all makes the difference in the world when you get to spend your time recruiting and working with people who are just like you. They love this industry and they don't need any convincing. They already know an investment is required and have no problem with it because they're true entrepreneurs. Big ticket opportunities attract this type of person because the initial startup cost scares most of the time wasters, tire kickers away faster than you can blink an eye. Wouldn't you like to just work with experienced entrepreneurs, people who don't whine, complain constantly and make excuses or need you to hold their hand 24/7? Peers who speak up and build with self-confidence. People who don't need money or want you to save them, but people who have a track record of success and who want a better vehicle to invest their time, money and efforts into. With big ticket opportunities, you don't have to work with thousands or tens of thousands to make incredible money. You only need to work with a handful. Big ticket opportunities pay out serious incomes, so they attract people who like to earn serious money. We assume you're an experienced networker. We'll assume that you're an experienced networker who knows what they're doing. You know how to advertise, you have good communication and phone skills, you work diligently on your business every day, and you're a leader to your team. And how's it working out so far? $50,000 a month check showing up yet? You have the new Mercedes in the driveway? Are you flying first class and sleeping 5-star? Do you take the cab from the airport to the company convention or a helicopter? Probably not. And it's not because you aren't capable or deserving of that kind of success. It's just you're working a second tier small money for your personal effort opportunity that pays out less money for the same amount of work and attracts people whose goal is to earn $300 to $5,000 a month, not $30,000 to $100,000 per month. We all have the same number of hours in a day, so why not use them in a business that pays big money today instead of small money over time, when it doesn't really require any more time or effort? You become as successful as the people you surround yourself with, so why not work with people who truly live lives of luxury instead of people who drive around in minivans with lose weight now, ask me how stickers on the window? I don't know about you, but my partners and I got into this industry to earn a massive and stable income, yet we're faced with the fact that traditional MLM just isn't the opportunity it used to be. So if this BMT model makes sense to you, if you're looking to make $10,000 to $50,000 a month within weeks or months instead of years without the risks or headaches of a downline, then we invite you to contact the person that provided you with this letter. If you're going to work a program, don't work for less than $1,000 a sale. Get out of the MLM trap people have fallen into for working for nickels and dimes.